So you're over 40 and you're starting to be a bit concerned about your career and where it's going, or maybe you're in between jobs and you don't know what to do next. Right, you've got a lot of skills, whether you realise it or not, but it's easy to lose sight of that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use AI to clarify your skills and make you feel better and make you look better in the market. It's not about in the job market. It's not about making things up. It's about recognizing what you've got. Okay, now you'll notice this is all in Chinese. Okay, so this is Deepseek. Let's log in as me. Continue. Right. When was I born? November. Right. Okay, so hi, I'm Deepseek. How can I help you today? Right. So, okay, I want a new career. So, first, self-assessment. What are your interests? What topics or activities energize you, e.g. creative work, problem solving, helping others? Skills. What are you good at? Communication, technical skills, organization, values. Right. Okay, well, let's stick with what we've already done. Oh, it's still carrying on. Right. So, in my case, I've my previous work experience has been in teaching and working as a satellite communications reliability engineer. Specifically in integrated, so I've got a wire across the keyboard here, logistics support, and I have also carried out aerospace quality management audits to standard AS 9100. Right, let's see what that comes up with. Right, here we go. I mean, that's not everything I've done, but it's a good start. So, let's see. It's saying leverage your strengths, your unique combo of skills, your teaching, so it includes communication, training, simplifying complex concepts, reliability engineering, so systems thinking, oops, gone off the screen, where's it gone? Systems thinking, life cycle logistics, and risk assessment, and AS 9100 audits, quality assurance, regulatory compliance, and process improvement. So it's telling us, I'd say this isn't everything I've done, but this will do to get the system going, because this is primarily to encourage people over 40 to recognise that you've got a lot of skills, and you may not have realised what you can use them for. Not just over 40, it could be over 30, to be honest. I mean, I'm 54. And you see a lot of people now. There's a whole genre on YouTube of people going over 50 moaning about stuff. Oh, this and that. I mean, yeah, only the people that probably make over 50s are making these videos are the ones that probably need his help. So I hope they see this, because there's plenty of us that I used to work with some guys, and they were in the 70s, and they were still getting well-paid work, using their skills. It's mindset, basically. But I know it's easy to get lost. So I should look at the camera. There we go. So I was reading off the screen. Well, not reading off the screen. I'm talking off my brain, if that makes any sense. But I was at the same time looking at what Deepseek has produced. So here we go. High potential career paths. So it's saying for me, based on teaching and the aerospace, where I worked in the satellite industry, on integrated logistics support, mainly on NATO satellite projects, without getting into too many details because it was classified. But I doubt any of that stuff's still relevant. Who knows? Been out of it for a few years. Right, okay. So, Quality Compliance Manager, lead AS9100 ISO audits for aerospace automotive. So there's a potential I could do. Reliability Engineer, but spreading it for broader industries. Transition to renewable energy, e.g. wind turbine reliability, or tech hardware, e.g. semiconductor manufacturing. As I say, this isn't everything. I could put in practical engineering skills, training marine engineers in electrical maintenance. I was also had some other quality roles, as in quality management, not just the AS9100. I've also actually worked as a quality control coordinator at a plastics factory. But that stuff's just, if you've got time, put it in. But I'm not going to give you the whole career, because this is about you. This is about getting you to recognise that if you put your skills into AI, such as Deepseek, and this will also work with ChatGPT, though I'm playing with Deepseek at the moment and I quite enjoy it, it seems to come up with some good results. You will get ideas for jobs. Right, so technical trainers, well, engineering documentation specialist, cybersecurity compliance. Right, excuse me, scratching my nose. So, and it tells you what you might need to upskill, which you may not have, but these are courses which you could do. So, an auditing course, Six Sigma, some supply chain certification even. You get the idea. So, right, you've got information here on reframing your resume, or CV as we tend to call it in the UK. So, teaching. Right, okay, well, it's saying develop training program for 50 plus engineers. Well, I haven't done that. Yeah, so, I mean, AI is only basing itself on limited information. I have worked in the satellite industry on reliability, and I've taught. So, what you can do then is, let's have a look. Let's see how much we want to earn next. So I would like to earn 6 figures. Let's be ambitious. I hope I'm not bashing the microphone while I'm typing, because it's quite close to me. Right, let's have a look. Now, what I love about AI is it's then going to give you some ideas of what sort of roles and what sort of skills you need to achieve that level of financial income. So here we go, fastest paths to $100,000 based on your background. And remember, I haven't put in that much information about myself and my career, just the basics. If you refine it more, you get, which I did on my phone earlier using Deepseek, you get some really interesting results. So it's saying we could stay in aerospace, be a reliability engineer, senior lead, 90 to 130, especially in defence, space or energy sectors. A quality compliance manager, AS9100. AS900, by the way, it's a bit like AS9001, but it's specifically tailored to the aerospace industries. More on that on another video. So, systems engineer, yeah, A technical training and consulting to the corporate sector, it's suggesting. Corporate training, aerospace or tech, 85k to 120, training engineers on systems or software. Learning and development manager, 100,000 to 140,000, designing training programs for Fortune 500 firms. I mean, what I like about AI is it's actually encouraging. It's quite motivational. You might think, oh yeah, I'm whatever age. Like I say, I'm seeing this more and more. People over 40, people over 50, maybe doubting themselves a bit. I suppose people of all ages doubt themselves. I mean, under 25s, yeah, I see that a lot. I've been doing a bit of part-time teaching recently, 14 to 16-year-olds. And I know it might be, it's partly, I was the same when I was a teenager. You doubt yourself, you don't think you're any good. But there's a lot of this online. I suppose it's all ages, really. I just happen to, the algorithms are showing me the stuff for the over 40s, over 50s, hence because it's my age. But people doubting themselves, they're comparing themselves too much to others based on what they're reading online and social media. But now we're turning a corner. We've got AI, and the AI is quite motivational. Looking at your skills and saying, yeah, you're good. Believe in yourself. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I'm telling you you're good. The AI is doing it. Right, so it's giving us these ideas. It's got technical project manager. What else we got? Cybersecurity compliance. Obviously, you might need to upskill some of your skills, but it's giving you some ideas based on your background of what you could pivot to, what you could move into. Here's some examples to help boost your. I hope this is actually recording, because it doesn't. I don't have a notification on the screen. Hopefully, so boost your earning potential, and there's some examples of Six Sigma black belts, project management. As I say, there's so much negativity online if you get into the wrong algorithm about, yeah, there's no jobs for anyone over 50. Like I say, I've worked with guys that literally died in the job. Well, it was their choice. They were working part-time. This was in marine engineers in highly technical skills, and they were in their 70s. I can think of one. Unfortunately, he died of cancer, but he only found out a month before. But he loved teaching. He loved sharing his skills. He had skills from the past 40 years of whatever of experience. You've got experience. You may not just realise it. So what I want you to do is go into Chat GPT or this one, which is Deepseek. Say what you want to achieve. Say how much you want to achieve. Put in your skills. Think of, you don't even have to structure it that way. You could just add things to it. So it will put, like, let's try it. I'll show you. So message Deepseek. So it's come up with this ideas based on teaching and aerospace. Right. Let's see. I prefer working with how can we put this in small teams, small groups, or teams, and love explaining technical. I'll spell that wrong. I've got these wires for the microphone over the keyboard. Technical concepts and technologies in a simple way based on the prior understanding of the person I am explaining it to. I would like to offer my expertise. I mean, if you may not feel comfortable using the word expertise, well, let's just change it. My services. Like I say, it's all about confidence. Services to high-paying senior leaders. I'm trying to go with the word there. Leaders. Right, let's just see what that comes up with. Right, you're describing high-value niche where your ability to simplify complex technical concepts to senior leads can be command premium rates. Here's how it turns into a six-figure career. Right, ideal roles for your high pay and small teams. So, what you do, you help CTOs, Chief Technology Officers, CEOs understand aerospace. Where? Space thing. Well, it's going to be fast here. Let's get back. Space, tech, defense, VC, which is venture capitalist firms, or as an independent contractor. Now, you might think, yes, but there's loads of people half my age going after this. True, but that's where your skills come in. What is your unique skill set? I ran this earlier in more detail on my phone, and I put in all my details, and it was coming up some really niches, but were high paying, and there's a shortage of people. It basically said the market's open here, no one's got this. You have got skills. You need to remember this. You need to get a grip of this. Forget pensions and retiring, unless you want to retire. I mean, there's lots of stuff on about retiring by the time you're 30. Yeah, that's great if you want to do that. But this video primarily is aimed at people over 40, maybe been working for a while, they've built up skills, and they're thinking, what's next? They're looking forward. They're thinking, don't know what's happening with pensions. You hear some people saying, oh, the state pension might be means tested in the UK in the future, or they're thinking, well, how barely afford to rent or live in a house, even if they own a house, can't afford the mortgage, I can't afford anything. How am I supposed to be saving for retirement? The state pension may not exist, private ones maybe they can't afford it yet. Let's use the word yet, because this will help you. That's why you need to aim high, because let's be honest, prices are going up, and you need to think about it. The most precious thing you've got is health. They all say that, health. So if you're healthy now, great. But what are you gonna be like in years' time? It's all very well government saying, yes, we're going to put in the retirement age up slightly. But how much are they going to put up, and how much are you going to carry on living? Are they going to, in the future years, going to means test it? And for those that are unable to work because they're just worn out and knackered. Excuse my French. I know it's not French for those that aren't English or British, but that, excuse my French, it's a saying in the UK. People watching this will know what I mean. If they're UK based, it means basically, pardon me for swearing. No offence to the French. My dad lives there. It's a nice place. I digress. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think the model that we're told. I mean, the model's gone, hasn't it? Come on. This worked to your 60s. It used to be 60 for women, 65 for men when I was starting work. I think my retirement age is now 60, 67, 68, and for women I think it's the same now. They've equalised it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be like then. Even if I got a pension, what's it going to be? The state one may not exist. The performance of your private one, if you're lucky enough to have one, may not have happened, may not have achieved what you want. You may not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you may not, if you're not that organised. I'm not that organised really. Have everything planned from age 20 onwards. Maybe you have. Maybe you don't need to watch this. But if you have, you need to up your game. You need to stop thinking, oh, most of my life's gone, or I'm getting on a bit, I'm 40 plus, whatever. Forget that. There is no retirement age. Just think of it that way. It probably won't even exist in 10, 20 years' time. So we need to think now, how can we maximise all that skill we've got throughout the years? Whatever you've done, there are skills you've learned. I mean, even if you've been right on the checkout at supermarket X, you've got people skills, you've got conflict management. You must get the occasional crazy customer. You've got team build, you've got teamwork, and you've worked in the team. Reliability, if you've got a good employment record, you've turned up. There's a whole load of skills. You've the ability to learn. You've obviously, I know I at the start of lockdown got a part-time job at the Co-op supermarket in Lincoln, and there's a lot of courses you learn, a lot of useful skills. I was on the checkout scanning things and talking to the customers, but there you go. You've got customer service, dealing with difficult people, dealing with lovely people. Most people were lovely. Skills. If you're having trouble though, and some people's brains, I know I'm one of them, sometimes can't recognise your own skills, what you've got to offer. But if you put it into AI, it helps you. It's brilliant, this stuff is. I'm just telling. Right, so this one's Deepseek, which is I think the Chinese design one, but there's ChatGPT seems to work alright, and I haven't played around with Google Gemini as much, apart from for education. It's apparently good for education. I've had a bit little play, but mainly ChatGPT up to now. But this Deepseek, I'm loving this. So we've got pre-sales engineer, executive coach, position yourself. Right, I've been talking about confidence. Let's type something in as an experiment. How can I increase my confidence to change career into these new jobs? Question mark. See what that comes up with. Thinking about it. I do hope this is recording. Right. Building confidence for career change, especially into high stakes, paying roles, is a mix of strategic preparation and mindset shifts. Right. Yeah. Mindset. That is it. That is what you need. That, in fact, that I'm talking from personal experience from so far in my life. That makes all the difference. I've worked for one of the world's biggest multinational aerospace companies, which is now called Airbus Defence and Space. It was Astrium Space when I worked at it. I was confident when I went for that job, and I got it. Other times, I've really been at the other end of the scale, and during lockdown, I got a temporary job. It was a hospital. I was basically cleaning. Nothing wrong with that, but you've got to be careful, because it can start to affect your mental health and your self-worth. You think, yeah, I used to be up here. Oh, at the moment, well, no offense to people doing that job, but I'm down here a bit, and it's hard. It's hard to drag yourself out of it sometimes. Which is why I think AI is brilliant, because you can use it to help motivate yourself, to put in your top skills and get it to help you find a new career, help you come up with ideas. Right, let's see. So what have we come up with here then? Prove your value to yourself, audit your wins. What I was saying. Write down 3 to 5 times where you successfully explain complex topics. So in my case, because this is tailored to me, but it'll be tailored to your career when you put this in to Deepseek or ChatGPT. So when they've trained engineers, simplified audit processes, there was These are proof you can do this professionally. Exactly. I've been, as I mentioned earlier, I've been doing some teaching recently, but like I say, during lockdown, I wasn't teaching. I just needed some quick money and a quick solution. And yeah, working at the hospital seemed a good idea. Nothing wrong with it. But it can if you're doing less than you're capable of, you can start to think that's all I'm capable of, and you're not. So, audit your wins. Think about, and if you can't, and entering your skills and things you've previously done into AI helps you remember. It helps you think, yeah, I did that, didn't I? Basically, you're writing it down. So what have we got here then? Trained engineer, simplify all the process, taught non-technical teams, AS9100 requirements. Well, that example's not actually true. What I did was went into a company, looked at the existing AS9100 manual which needed updating, went through all the processes, interviewed all the staff, updated the quality manual in line with the, so it was an audit and an update. So that's what I did. So not everything it's going to put is correct, because how would AI know this? I haven't actually told it much about my career, but if I updated it and explained that to it, it will update. Yep, and it gives some examples here of what we can do. Reframe your identity. Language matters. I love this. Stop saying I'm a teacher stroke engineer transitioning to, and start saying, well, yeah, I love this, I help executives understand technical risks. This is your new identity, not a future goal. I've heard this before about acting. Not acting is probably not a good word, but being the type of person you want to be, even if you're not quite there yet. So it's your new identity, not a future goal. So not thinking of, oh, in the future I want to be this, thinking I am this. So it'd be like me thinking, oh, in the future I'd like to be a teacher. Nope, I am a teacher. If we went back to let's find an example of a job here. Where's my job's gone? Right, here we go. Corporate trainer for leadership teams. So, based on what I just said, you wouldn't say in the future I want to be a corporate trainer for leadership teams. You go, no, I am a corporate trainer for leadership teams. Yes, I may not have any. Not me. You may not. If you were saying that, you may not have any clients yet, but that's what you are. That's your new identity. Right. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. I'll leave it for now. But you get the idea. Get on yourself on ChatGPT or Deepseek. Let's just go back to the beginning. I typed in, I want a new career. You could start off with a different ways, which worked effectively earlier, saying, I have experience in this, and this. I want to have a new career, suggest a new career, play with it, explore AI. This is how you're going to stay positive. You're going to future-proof your career, because, well, there is no futures today. You're gonna use all that experience you've gained over the last 20 years, 30 years, whatever, and it'll help you get in your head how valuable you are and what you can contribute, and you deserve a high-paying career. This is Craig. I'll see you soon.